This is it. The Season 4 finale. I don't know at this stage if there'll be a Season 5. I will have to consider and let you guys know. I'm hoping I can do a Season 5. It might be a reduced 10-race season, but I would love to give a Season 5 a go. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you want it? Let me know. Anyway, this is the season finale. We've got 20 points separating myself and Lando Norris. But now it's time to qualify. And you know the deal. We need to win and hope that Lando finishes 8th or lower. And that is with or without fastest lap. Either way, it makes little difference. Right, qualifying time. This is the most crucial qualifying of the season. At the moment, it's not going particularly great. But I tell you what, a bit of late braking there has really helped us as we now blast onto the straight. We're currently looking at third as Verstappen is currently looking at pole. Verstappen is trying to jump Drugovich in the standings for P3 as we head into the chicane. And needed to be a bit braver on the brakes there, I think. But at the moment, it's not looking too shabby. We're down to P9 though. What? Wow, we really needed to be braver on the brakes there. And that was not a great run through the corner either. This crucial qualifying session. And it looks like we're bottling it already. I need to try and recover a decent qualifying. Otherwise, we can kiss goodbye to this championship. I'm trying now to make the most out of this sector. I'm not really fond of this sector. And I'm trying to make up as much time as I can. But it's not looking good. As we head round the final bend, well, that's an improvement. And we managed to stick it in P5. So I think we just saved it from being a catastrophe there. It's still going to be a challenging race. But P5, for now, that will do.
Qualifying complete. Let's review.
But Norris crucially qualifies ahead of us. Verstappen, Leclerc and Russell are your top three for this race, with Norris and us 4th and 5th. What's going to go down? Anything can happen. Remember, we need to win, and we need Lando to finish 8th or lower. It's a tall order. Can we do it?
So here we are, ready to go racing for one final time this year. Another season of victories, controversies and rivalries lies in our wake. And just one challenge remains here in the United Arab Emirates on a... Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Norris, Joker, Oscar Piastri, Helga, Drugovich, Teo Pourchaire, Albon, Gasly, Tsunoda, Doohan, Joe, Ricciardo, Iwasa, Stroll, Ocon, Liam Lawson, Sargent, Magnussen and Frederick Vesti. They've been involved in a number of...
Right,
this is it then.
It comes down to this then, doesn't it? You're still in with a shot at the Drivers' Championship, the biggest prize in this sport. Now get out there on track and come back with that trophy.
Thanks for the pep talk. This is it then. 20 laps stand between us and the title. 20 points stand between us and the title. What can we do? Let's find out. It's race time. The final race here in Abu Dhabi is underway, and it's a good start by Lando Norris. He's going to cover, but we're going to go around the outside, and we've made some good ground here, and it looks like we're going to jump up into 3rd place ahead of Norris, ahead of Russell, and that is the start of dreams. That is the start we needed. Leclerc is on hard tyres. Not quite sure what the deal with that is. But Max Verstappen leads the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. I am not waiting around here. I'm getting this job done. We're now fighting Leclerc for P2 early on in this Grand Prix. Can we get past him? We're going to be braver on the brakes than we were in qualifying, and we are ahead of our teammate. And Leclerc has now got Lando Norris to do it because Norris has got ahead of Russell. No, he hasn't. Those two are still scrapping it out. That's good. You two fight amongst yourselves. Let's take a little bit of a look at that scrap now. Oh, that looked like contact. Was there damage done? I'm not sure. But Russell trying to hold on, but I think Norris will have the momentum to keep that. Is Norris ahead? Well, they're side by side still. And they're still side by side heading round the right hander there. But Norris has got it done. So Lando Norris moving himself up into 4th place. He is where he needs to be champion. He is doing everything he needs to be world champion. Very much in position. And I'm now challenging Verstappen for the lead. So I'm challenging Verstappen so that I can do everything I need to do. But I'm sure Verstappen won't give any shade of a rat's ass about the title. He is just caring about his own race, and he is leading it. We're in P2, and I'm really on the attack. I'm not leaving anything on the table here. We can't afford to. We've got to go all out. We have to win this race, whatever the cost. And look how close we're getting to Max. But I'll tell you what, we might be able to set up a run here. We might be able to set up a run. Here we go. We're trying to attack Verstappen on lap 2 of this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Max goes to the inside. We're going to the outside. Round the outside we try and go. Verstappen's holding the line. And Verstappen holds on to the lead. And Leclerc is dropping back massively. Is it the hard tyre? Or has he got a bit of damage? Has he had a little scrape somewhere unseen by us? Thankfully, DRS comes into play next lap. But Verstappen has had a great final sector. And he's doing enough to get himself clear of DRS threat, which is what we don't need. We have to win. Nothing else is good enough here. We have to get P1. It's all or nothing here. It's everything or bust. As we head on to the 3rd lap and we head on to the main straight. We need to get a good exit. I don't think we've done quite enough, but we will have DRS. Here we go then. We're going to get closer, but I don't think we're going to quite get close enough. Meanwhile, Norris should easily have Leclerc for P3 here. As we now start looking at Verstappen. Can we unsettle the Mercedes here? We're definitely within a run distance. But I think Max will have this covered. I think Max will definitely have this covered. But we get close, don't we? And I tell you what, I fancy a little up and under here. But no, Verstappen holds on to the lead. And Norris finally gets past Leclerc for P3. But I don't think Norris is going to be particularly bothering us. I'm still pushing hard to bother Verstappen. And Verstappen is doing an incredible job, isn't he? He's giving me a massive, massive headache here as he leads this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. We need this win. And Leclerc pits, so obviously he's had damage. Verstappen is getting clear of us though, and that is not what we want to hear. We need to be getting closer to Max, and it's just not happening. Verstappen has just got the pace here and is disappearing off into the distance. I really think lap 2 we could have done more to get ahead, and we just didn't. So I'm afraid to say that one may be on us for the time being, but I may be thinking about an undercut here, because what else have I got realistically at this stage? There's nothing else to lose. If I don't try something different, I lose the title anyway. So I am considering my options, as Piastri has got Dennis Hauger all over his tail. But yeah, what have I got to lose by trying something different now? Nothing. I'm already not in position to win the championship. I may as well try an undercut. Even if it means I'm vulnerable later, so be it. I want to take this challenge. We're not done yet, but it's getting ever harder to do it, and Verstappen is just driving beautifully, isn't he? He's doing what Max does best, and that is dominating the race. He's got 1.6 seconds of a gap, and I've really got to rethink my approach in this Grand Prix. Like I said, nothing to lose now, so even if I try an undercut and my tyres go off, so be it. Pushing as hard as I can through the chicane. Max is just disappearing off. There's not a lot I can do. What lap is the pit stop? I'll have a look on my MFD. I think it's lap 9, okay. So if we can pit in around lap 7, that'll be even better. We can pit in lap 7, that gives us 2 laps in the clear to try and make up the deficit. Max is pulling out about half a second, so that'll be about 4. I imagine there'll be about 4 seconds of deficit to work out. And that was a really poor final sector there. Like I said, we're already out of position for it. What are we losing by just trying something, you know? Norris is in position anyway, so I'm just in that position now where I'm thinking, well, Lando's in the right place to win the championship. We've got to try something radical. We got to go all out and just do something different. Oh, that was really too hard on the curb, and that just allows Verstappen a better exit. He's already 3 seconds there, so I think we got 4 seconds worth of deficit to make up. But round here, it should be easy to make up. The undercut is so strong here. It really is. I don't even know how we're losing as much time as we are, because I'm holding the line nicely, but apparently it's not as quick as our leader. Oh, I've gotten horribly deep there. I'm just making the race so much harder for myself. I don't know, it's looking more and more hopeless every lap. I think Verstappen might just have this race in the bag, pending any kind of mechanical issue. I'm just hoping that we can do what we can do with the undercut. We're going to have 2 laps, so it's a case of just go absolutely ham. There's nothing left to lose. We're in 2nd place. Norris is in position anyway, so we're not losing anything by going absolutely insane and just trying something a little bit different. As I've said a couple of times before. I can only hope that Mercedes develops some kind of issue, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think that Mercedes is looking pretty good. Right, we are going to box this lap, so we're going to peel into the pits. Attacking the pit lane as much as I dare. Right, this is a critical pit stop for us. The final pit stop of the season, with any luck anyway. Pending any further dramas in this race. I don't think there should be. Right, into the pits. Get the tyres off. Get them on. Get us some, please get us some clear air.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the
Right,
race.
okay, that's not too bad. We will have 1 or 2 cars to deal with, but I think they should be easy as we come out of the pits. Here we go. We've got Iwasa and Ricciardo, and I'm just going to take them both. There we go. That was nice. That was what we needed. Just overtook them both down the inside, and as a result we get a nice bit of DRS. That has really worked in our favour. That DRS is especially helpful. Right, into the left, into the right. This has to be inch perfect. I'm coming for you, Max. And Stroll and Doohan are really having a battle ahead of us too. So I tell you what, even if Max does get ahead of us, he's got battling cars to deal with. And at the moment, we're catching up to Zhou Guanyu on hards. Really don't understand why some decided to start on hards for this race, but you know what? Nice flex. Right. That was pretty flawless round there, if I may say. And I think we're setting ourselves up here for a turn 1 overtake on Zhou. In fact, we're going to have it done before the corner, I think. We're just going to go around the outside, sweep round, and we're just going to have superior grip. Right, here we go. This is the lap we have to make count. This is the lap the championship depends on. Obviously, Norris is in position anyway, but anything can happen to Norris, so let's not think about that. Let's do our thing and hope that what we're doing is enough. Doohan's actually lost quite a bit of time to Stroll there. As we head into the left. That's beautiful. This is a real push now to try and get that undercut. It's still a red sector, but I wonder what we're doing in comparison to Verstappen. What we're doing is gaining massively on Doohan. That was a nice run through there. And again, I think we might have to set up a turn 1. Nope, we're not setting a turn 1 up, anything up, because Doohan pits. Right, where's Verstappen? Where is Max? He's just navigating the end of the pits now. Verstappen is underneath us. I think we've done it. I think we've done it. We have jumped Verstappen and taken the lead of the race. But boy, have we got it all to do now to keep it. Because Verstappen is going to be all over us here as we head onto the long straight. And we've got it all to do to defend the position. Here comes Verstappen to the inside. No way through there. He's going for the outside, but I'm holding him off. Nope. You are not getting through there, Maxi boy. And it's now on to the second part. But look, Verstappen's got to run again. And I'm trying to hold on, but Verstappen, well, there was nothing I could do about that. There was nothing I could do. I'm even going for a lunge down the inside. Fighting this every step of the way. This is for the championship. And we've got back ahead of him. Max having a go down the inside there as we've gone wrong. I'm just doing everything I can, but no, Verstappen is back past. He was always going to get back past. I'm not giving up. I am not going to accept defeat at this stage. There is still a fight to be had, and I'm going to have it right until the bitter end. That's not the corner, I am well aware. But right now, the part of me that cares about whether that's the corner or not is not listening. We're engaged in this fight for P1 in this Grand Prix because it's a critical fight. It puts me in position to win the title, and I'm just going all out here. Having a go into the first part of the chicane, we've done it. Verstappen is still there, but he's compromised thanks to us, and we've got a second run. We tried it, but Verstappen got back up and under us. Now we've got a chance to get past Verstappen. I say let's do it right. Sweep round the outside and retake the Mercedes to take the lead of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. And that is how you do it. Great racing here in this season finale. I'm going all out because I've got nothing to lose. I have to win this race. There is no ifs, buts or maybes. The only thing that will do here to win me the title is the race win. Norris is currently third, so he's still in position, which is bad news for me. And what's even worse news is that Verstappen is right behind me. I'm going to do a little tactic here, and I'm letting him through, because what that does is gives me the DRS for this straight. And I think Verstappen's got a little too far ahead of me here, but I think we can take him. I think we can take him. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go around here and, yeah, essentially retake the position. Verstappen fighting it, but we have got him. Although now Max is going to give us another fight here. I'm having to fight with my brain as well as attack him on track. But we are still ahead. We are still leading this race, which is exactly where we need to be. Although we've nicked it off the circuit. I lead over Verstappen. Norris is third. He is still in position to win this championship. Remember, we need him to finish 8th or lower. And at the moment he's third, which is enough to win in the championship. But if he's lower than 8th, we're in position to be champion. But Max Verstappen is the one driver that seemingly stands in our way here. And again, with how bad we were through one, he's right on my tail. And I know what I'm doing here. I know what I'm doing. It's a risk to do that, but I know it puts us in position to re-attack him and take that lead back, which is what we need to do as we blast past him down the straight. He's having another go, and I think, nope. Okay, hold him out around the outside. Who's ahead? Who's ahead? Who's getting the DRS? I don't know, it's me. Okay, we've done enough to keep ahead of Verstappen. This is such a fight here. This is for the championship for me. For Max, this is just for another race win. And Lando Norris is catching us, and Norris will probably think he can do this with a race win. He won't want to get involved in the fight too much. He doesn't need to risk anything. He probably might not want to take those risks, but I'm having to. As Drogovic and Hauger are having a great fight for P4. Oh, this is intense as we head towards the last few laps of the race. The closing part of the season. And it's really hotting up here in Abu Dhabi. And Verstappen's getting ever closer. I mean, we all knew I was going to do that, because it gives me the best chance on the straight. It does mean I have to overtake him again, but I've got enough of a run to do it. Although this time might be slightly harder. Round the outside we go. And yes, we are through. Stroll is out of the race. I wonder if that will trigger a safety car. Okay, that was a mistake. We didn't need to be ahead of Verstappen here. Right, okay. Verstappen's going to have a bit of a run. Actually, we're fine. We're fine. We're good. Stroll is out of the race, though. So that's disappointing for Stroll in the last race of the season. He's not going to be any help to Mercedes in the Constructors' fight. And Leclerc is seemingly nowhere himself in the Constructors' fight. So I think it does look like Williams are going to take that. But the Drivers' Championship is still to be decided. And there's 6 laps to decide it. Using all the road and more. Don't forget my tyres are more worn. Oh, and Max is going to have a go here. He's really going to have a go here. He's going around the outside. Shot that down. There's the yellow flag. That's for Stroll though. And look at Norris now. Norris is getting closer to Verstappen, but I've had such a bad run. I need to let Max through. I do let Max through. And that's my go-to if I'm having a bad run. But I think Max this time might have more on me. We're going to go blast down the straight using everything we can. And Max goes defensive again. I'm placing it in the middle of the circuit, although that's awkwardly positioned me. Verstappen is ahead out of the corner, but thank you, I've got DRS, and Max is now going to be vulnerable to Lando Norris. This is a three-way fight now, and Norris, well, this is for the title for him. He is now attacking Verstappen, and part of me hopes just a little bit that he takes damage fighting Max, because that would help us. Oh, we've got very deep there. Verstappen is now going to try and go to the outside. No way, Max is no way through there. Oh my goodness me, this is tough. Holding on to the race lead with 5 laps to go here in this season finale. Oh, I'm running out of grip. Every single lap this car has less and less grip. Right, I've let Max through and Norris is on the outside. Norris is still there annoyingly. I'm going to have to try and get Max somehow without losing a place to Norris. I think I placed my car quite smartly here as I now duck to the outside to have a go at Verstappen. Braking again and just trying to sweep round. Oh, someone's made contact back there. I don't know who that was. I think that was Norris and Verstappen attacking each other. I don't know if anybody took damage out of that. Loki hoping Lando did. Nope, Lando's fine. Oh, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. I think Lando may have taken a small hit there. But I don't think it's big enough to really have an impact in this race. Let's have a look. No, his car is fine. And Lando's going to be my biggest threat in this race. The 2 championship contenders are now wheel to wheel. I've got no grip left. Lando's now on the outside. Lando's going to try and take the lead. He doesn't do it. And he's been shuffled out. Down to 3rd again. Right, here we go. Back onto this straight. And yes, I am going to let Verstappen through again, because I think this is the only way I can hold on to the position, or have a chance at holding on to the position, is by letting Max go there. Every lap this car has less grip, and I'm kind of forcing Max a bit tighter there. Oh, I've gone wide. Okay, that will do for now. Great manoeuvre, I made it look so easy. Haha, I'm not so sure I did. Here we go, Verstappen's going to have another go here. Just going to park it in the middle of the circuit and just make things awkward for him. He's gone wide, and Norris, I think, has gone through. So that's the battle for 2nd again. I've got no tyres left. There is literally nothing left to these now. Look how slow I'm going there. That just shows how much they're wearing. Norris is a 10th behind me. We got 3 laps to go in this race. 3 laps to go in this championship. I've gone deep again. And I really think now, do I just concede this, or do I fight it? I'm choosing to fight it the way I know how. Norris is on the outside, but I've got myself the DRS, and I've actually played this quite clever, because I've made Lando very vulnerable, not only to myself, but to Max as well. Cheers and bye, Lando. Into the lead with 3 to go. Oh, that's not the line I want to take there.
Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining.
3 to go here. I mean, even if Lando finishes 2nd, I haven't done enough to win the championship. But I'm trying to win the race anyway. And Verstappen has actually got back past Norris there, so I think Lando made a bit of a mistake. Did he make a mistake, or did he just get wrong-footed by me? No, he did make a mistake. Lando did make a mistake getting wrong-footed, watching what I was doing, And as a result, he is down to third. And Verstappen is up to second. I am pushing as much as I dare. But with the tyres I've got, I don't really dare. And this puts anyone in the top 5 now in with a shout of winning this Grand Prix. And Verstappen wants to give it a go, that's for sure. 2 laps to go. Look how little grip I have. Look how little grip there is. There's just none. Verstappen is going to have another go. Going to let him. And Lando's going to try and take the outside. And Lando's still there. But I've got DRS. And Max is going to be vulnerable down the straight. I don't know how many more times I can do that. Thankfully, there's only 2 laps to go. Verstappen sticking down the inside again. Oh, that was bad. But we're still going to have a better run because we've got DRS. And Drugovich has passed Norris. So Drugovich has said, no, I'm not helping you out. Meanwhile, I've gone back round the outside of Max Verstappen to retake the lead. Norris has said, excuse me, Drugovich. I have to look at that. Norris has just turned around to his teammate and said, excuse me, remember who's in the championship fight here. You had your chance. You bottled it. I'm having that back. And there's me getting very assertive and I think a little bit rude with Max Verstappen. But I don't care. It's the last lap of this championship. And you know what? I think I'm losing it. So I'm going to give it everything right until the bitter end as we head on to the 20th and final lap of this race.
Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
Oh, the lack of grip is so real right now. And I am going to do my tactic one more time. Just ease off here. Let Verstappen go. No, not you, Lando. Oh, that's not done it. That's not the one. That is not the one at all. Lando is still right there. Verstappen is there too. Hopefully, if I work this right, Verstappen will block Norris off. No, it's 3-1 as we go into the chicane. How's that going to work out? I'm off the circuit. Who's going to lead the race? Lando Norris is going for the lead. Oh, I was going for the win. It's not quite worked out. Verstappen is now on the back of Norris. I'm on the back of both of them. I'm going down the inside. I've got nothing left to lose. I have no grip. Verstappen's gone. I've hit Verstappen. And I've lost a bit of my front wing. And I've passed Verstappen off the circuit. And Lando Norris on this last lap takes the lead of the race. I've got less of a front wing. So I can't do anything. Drugovich is trying to go. I've got no front wing left. And I think I'm going to have to let Verstappen and Drugovich through because I defended them off the circuit. Lando Norris wins the race and wins the World Championship. What a dramatic conclusion it is to this season. But in the end, it's Lando Norris who wins out and gets the World Championship.
Making it one of the most compelling years of racing in history. There can only be one champion, however, and here they are now, our new Formula One World Drivers' Champion. Victory today then, but bittersweet emotions, I'm sure, as the championship slips through their fingers. Even so, what a fantastic final race of the season this was. Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
The faces on our top three look so incredibly happy as they make their way up to the podium. A much-deserved victory and a brilliant performance from them all. Let's see how the drivers' standings have changed.
Wow,
And
that
this
was
also means
still
there's no
an
catching our leader
absolutely
anymore.
enthralling
And we
final
have
race
a
of the
new
season,
World
wasn't it?
Drivers' Champion.
It didn't
Now,
end
let's
in our
discuss it.
favour,
Who would
but
you say is a contender for
that
driver
was a
of the day?
joy to
I think for driver of
partake
the
in,
day, I'd
and
probably
I'm
pick
sure
Lando
it'll be a
Norris.
joy
He
to
lived up
watch.
every inch of
But
his reputation
Lando
today. I
Norris,
think he'll be
in
going
the
home
end,
quite rightly,
is
a bit
your
proud of
world
himself.
champion
Let's
for
move on to the
Season 4.
constructors.
Max
With that
Verstappen
result,
finished
the Sports
second in
Viewers
this
team
race.
can no longer be
Drugovich
touched
gets
at the top
third.
of the
We ended
table.
up fourth.
What
I
an
did
incredible
let
journey this
Verstappen
has
and
been
Drugovich
for a
through
team
because
many had
I
written
think
off a
I
short
overtook
time
this.
ago.
I held on to the
They
position
are
from
the Formula
Verstappen
One
by
world
going off the
champions.
circuit. I definitely
Well,
held on
what
to a
an end
position
to another
from
fantastic
Drugovich
weekend
by
of
going
racing.
off the
Thanks to
circuit as well.
everyone who
So
joined us,
I
and we'll
wasn't going to
see you
hold
for
on
the
to it
next one.
illegally. Dennis Hauger, another solid performance in P5. Oscar Piastri is 6th, followed by Tsunoda, Porsche, Albon and Russell scoring the final point. So let's look at your final standings for Season 4. Lando Norris is your world champion. We put up a great fight towards the end of the season, but unfortunately it just wasn't enough. But still, the development we had throughout the season, the car started off really pants at the beginning of the season. We were literally nowhere, and we developed it into a car that in the end, me and Leclerc won 3 races apiece. So you can't be too mad at that. Verstappen finished 3rd in the end, beating Drugovich to the position. Leclerc got 5th ahead of Stroll, and then it was Russell in 7th. Dennis Hauger finishing an incredible season in 8th, scoring 103 points. Sainz ended up 9th with Tsunoda 10th. Great season for Alfa Romeo. 11th was Piastri, 12th was Albon, 13th was Jack Doohan, 14th was Théo Pourchaire, Zhou Guanyu getting 15th, Logan Sargent 16th, and Pierre Gasly 17th, and your final point scorer. And Williams do enough here to win the Constructors' Championship. We got a solid 2nd in the end. Mercedes got 3rd. Alfa Romeo and Alpine had a great battle for 4th all season, but that ends up in favour of Alfa Romeo. Alpine are 5th, McLaren 6th, Red Bull 7th, Haas, Ferrari and AlphaTauri all tied for 8th, but what a miserable season it is by Ferrari standards. They'll be hoping to be back nearer the front if we do a Season 5. That is the conclusion of Season 4. Thank you so much for watching. Join me if we do a Season 5. Thank you again. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. TTFN. Ta-ta for now. Take care. See you soon.